Ladies and gentlemen, greetings and welcome to a new lore chapter, the show where we go in depth into the lore of our favorite subjects. I'm your host Azelrix, and today we're gonna talk about metal. Among the metal community, there's one specific style that doesn't make the unanimity, but really resemble the fans, and it is power metal. When we talk about power metal band, we think about bands like Dragon Force, Rhapsody of Fire, and of course Gloryhammer. Gloryhammer designed their music as heroic fantasy metal. Later, they will rename it interdimensional space metal. What is fun about that is that they've released 3 albums so far, and those 3 albums align in a single story. A story where Star Wars and the Lord of the Rings are smashed together at the speed of light, and this is the story that I'm gonna tell you today. It all begins with the album Tales from the Kingdom of Fife, in a 10th century version of our Scotland, except there's magic in it, more precisely around the dwarven fortress of Dundee. This is where we're gonna meet Zargotrax, our main antagonist. As foretold in the prophecy of Astrader, he will invade Dundee using his power to conjure undead unicorn. Undead unicorn, I swear to God I'm not making that up, it actually happened. With his army, the evil wizards attack the dwarven fortress of Dundee and eventually takes it. Fireballs and lightning are raining from the sky, and he even may capture the Princess Iona McDougal. Side note, McDougal is actually a pretty common Scottish name for what I know. And now it's time to meet our main protagonist, the hero Prince Angus MacFife, Prince of the Land of Fife.
He's the Prince of the Land of Fife.
After the attack, he will swear revenge on Zargotrax and embark in an epic quest to find 3 mystical artifacts that have the power to defeat the wizard. These artifacts came to him in a vision. Step 1, he will need to retrieve his weapon. He sets sails to the north to retrieve a magical hammer powered by laser. I swear this shit is Mjolnir on steroid. He will face giants, trolls, goblins and other creatures from the frozen mountains to get a grab on the Hammer of Glory, igniting the legend that is now Angus MacFife. But every good hero needs a good steed, so Angus will travel to the land of Struckleed to acquire the control of a golden dragon. Once again, his skills as a fighter and a warrior will be heavily tested. Angus will face a horde of demons before taking on the dragon toe-to-toe. Then he will cast a spell from a mystic scroll, and from now on, the once foe dragon will become an ally. Meanwhile, Zargotrax has imprisoned Princess Iona in an ice prison. From there, she will send vision in a dream for Angus to ride his dragon to Loch Rannoch to retrieve the last artifact. Angus will dive deep inside the loch, retrieving a necklace made of pure silk. Now possessor of the Amulet of Justice, Angus is the best hope for the world and his last shield against Zargotrax. However, Angus knows he can't do it alone. He needs an army, therefore he goes seek the help of the legendary Knights of Krael. The Krael will happily help Angus MacFife defeat Zargotrax. The army goes right into Dundee, ready to finish the wizard. I swear this universe is just insane. While the Krael fights the demon horde of Zargotrax, Angus is helped by the hermit Ralator and the warrior of Huns to sneak back into Dundee using dwarven catacombs. MacFife and Zargotrax will face. Angus will eventually win the fight and imprison the wizard inside his own ice prison. He will then use the Amulet of Justice to resurrect the unicorn, making them good again, free Princess Iona and restore balance, peace and safety in the Kingdom of Fife. There ends the tale of Angus MacFife. the name and hammer will be passed on for generation and everything will be fine until 1992, where our second album begins, 1992, Rise of the Chaos Wizards. We do understand that in a world with magic, technology also tends to advance way more quickly. For the last millennium, Zargotrax has been detained in his ice prison inside the fortress of Triton, guarded by the Space Knights of Krails. The Kingdom of Five is basically a galactic empire at this point. We will meet our new protagonist, Angus MacFive XIII, descendant of the first Angus, wielder of the Hammer of Glory, intergalactic Prince of Fife, and protector of the galaxy. Unfortunately, war is about to return to the galaxy. A cult of chaos wizards attacks the fortress of Triton, freeing Zargotrax and putting the galaxy into harm's way once again. Angus, facing demonic armies on the dark side of the moon, will give everything he got with the power of the sun going through his vein to ensure the safety of the galaxy. But unfortunately, Zargopax, being hungry for power, goes seek the help of the Goblin King of the Darkstorm Galaxy. The Goblin King will give Zargotrax a crystal key, the crystal key he needs to open the portal beneath Dundee, releasing an elder god of darkness unto the galaxy, as foretold in the Dark Prophecy of Ashtrotter. Angus will have to face Zargotrax just like his elder before him, and to do so, he will need the help of numerous allies, one of the most important being Hollywood Hootsman, the cyborg king of California, a movie star who is also an incredible warrior, armed with a mighty battle axe. He will also be joined by Sir Proletheus and Sir Regulon. Sir Regulon is a survivor from the attack on Triton. With the help of his technology, he will help the Knights of Krail reborn from their ashes. Being helped by the quest lords of Inverness, all these heroes will become the heroes of Dundee, facing Zargotrax's army in the skies above Mars. I strongly recommend at this point of the video just go take a break to figure out who is who, because even I am lost. During the battle, Zargotrax managed to sneak back into Dundee beneath the catacombs, placing the crystal key into its altar, preparing to open the portal to destroy the galaxy. Warned by the Hermit Rolator, Hootsman now has a plan. Fife's force won't reach the Earth in time, but there is one way. The only way to save the galaxy is to destroy planet Earth and Dundee itself. Hootsman will fly to Dundee and crash on it, detonating his nuclear arc powered by a neutron star, obliterating the Earth and Dundee. The explosion is so powerful it shatters reality itself and opens a time rift. Zargotrax will reach the portal and enters it, not knowing where or when it leads, closely followed by the brave Angus MacFive XIII. This is where we are left for the second album, and where Legend from the Galactic Terror Vortex, the third and most recent album, begins. Angus wakes up in an alternate reality in the past, where Zargotrax has actually managed to conquer the entirety of the Land of Fife and has become arguably the most powerful being in the galaxy. MacFive will rush Zargotrax with all his might, trying to stop his reign of slaughter. Unfortunately, it is clear that the hammer doesn't work in this universe. Zargotrax will give a choice to Angus, dying while standing or kneeling before his emperor, kneeling before his god. Angus flees the battlefield, barely escaping, but he learns about the resistance against Zargotrax far away in the land of Unicorn. He will then meet this universe's version of the Hermit Rolator, Commander Submarine Rolator. He will tell Angus that his hammer doesn't work because it needs to be charged into this universe's sun. To manage to reach the star, Angus will need a way to fly to the sun. He then goes on a quest to find the legendary enchanted jetpack, because apparently Gloryhammer is also ripping off Iron Man. Returning from his quest with a fully charged Hammer of Glory, Angus MacFive embarked with the rest of his team into the flying submarines, the DSS Hoots Force. With the help of Angus, the Resistance now have a chance to fight Zargotrax. For once, a glimpse of hope is seen in the eye of the universe. Zargotrax will proclaim that the Hoot's force is not powerful enough to defeat him and to prevent him to ascend to the title of God. Unfortunately for the wizard, Angus MacFive XIII and the rest of his allies are helped by one final hero. The Hootsman arrives. The explosion that he used to destroy Dundee was so powerful that he merged with the fabric of reality himself, becoming a living god. MacFive and Hoots are too powerful for Zargotrax. He will be defeated and reduced to ashes. But unfortunately for MacFive, during the fight he has been stabbed with the knife of evil, an enchanted blade that can make anybody fall into the deep darkness. Angus decides to make the ultimate sacrifice just like Hoots did before him. He will jump inside the raging flame of a volcano to prevent himself from harming innocents. The album ends with Angus' death, but right before that, we receive a strange Morse code transmission reading "Activate Zargotrax clone Alpha 1. Okay, Zargotrax just pulled off a Palpatine at the end of the third album, no biggie. This was the complete story of the 3 album produced by Gloryhammer. I really hope you enjoyed it. For the next album, I am really thrilling to see what happens. Personally, it is just a theory, but I think that the old Angus MacFive and the most recent Angus MacFives will team up to defeat Zargotrax's clone. I'm also really eager to learn more about this Knife of Evil, a blade that has the power to make anybody fall to the darkness just by stabbing them is really something I'm interested in, and I want more of that. As a matter of fact, with a universe that rich, I think I could get like 1700 more albums of these and I won't get tired of it. Tell me which Gloryhammer album is your favorite in the comments down below. Tell me what do you expect for the next album. Share this video with everybody you know. Subscribe to my channel and activate the bell to be notified where a new video comes up, and as always, thanks for watching.